The Jazz dressed up for St. Patty's Day, but another slow start dampened the party. But in the second half, the party was back on.
Wide open.
Ever! Johnny Flynn is looking like, what happened? A string of injuries to the starters left the Jazz feeling blue. But lucky for them, the Jazz bench came to the rescue as the birthday boy Kyle Korver dropped in a season-high 20.
Lets it fly for
30. Got it. Big shot. Kyle Korver. Tonight, the playoff race heats up against Steve Nash and the Suns and a huge Western Conference showdown. So for the Jazz, who's in? Who's out? We've got the answers, and it's time to play Jazz basketball. Karolinko out tonight, so C.J. Miles will make his 16th start of the season. He'll be alongside Boozer and the money man, Mehmet Okur. The backcourt, they're beat up, but they're playing. Wesley Matthews, a rookie from Marquette, and the all-star Darren Williams. The head coach in his 22nd season, Jerry Sloan, and owns a 48-45 all-time record against the Phoenix Suns. Yes, there have been battles along the way for Jerry Sloan. Grant Hill, one starter, alongside Amare Stoudemire. Robin Lopez, a second-year pro out of Stanford, the man in the middle. Jason Richardson will run alongside the two-time MVP, Steve Nash. And Alvin Gentry is the head coach in his second season, and tonight coaching his 100th game. And Steve Nash, who just turned 36 years young back in February, has the ball, turns the corner, slip past Stoudemire, goes around Boozer, somehow grabbed the handle and put it back up and in. Stoudemire has been dynamite since the All-Star break. He's 9th now in scoring at 22.5 points a ball game. So much talk about moving Amare. He stayed home, and boy, I tell you, he's kept his head up and he's played terrific ball. He's got the block on Memo. Memo wanted the foul. Didn't take it to the rack as strong as he should have. Back comes Stoudemire, and then a lazy foul on Memo.
Yeah, Memo just having problems getting back there, and Stoudemire picked up a... But Memo, look here, it looked like Memo may have been fouled. He goes up. Yeah, he may have been fouled there. Memo was complaining about it, did not get back. You see Amare Stoudemire was able to run the floor and going to get a chance to pick up the first 5 points of this ballgame.
Well, the free throws have been dropping 25 in a row. Started all 69 games for Alvin Gentry. Hard to believe he's 37 years old, 15th year out of Duke. Battled injuries all of his career. Stoudemire is hot, rips the net, 7-point to Nash. Inside to Stoudemire, hangs on a pivot, double pump and hammers over Boozer and Okur. This is unreal.
He's catching the basketball in the lane. I mean, neither one of them is getting done right.
For the Suns, one more on the way, up and in.
Really just turned into a player that fits his system pretty nice.
Pick and roll, Booz has the ball, blocked by Stoudemire, and the shot.
Jazz struggling with the pick and roll of the Phoenix Suns, and I think they run it very quick. It's something that they will do.
Look at the jump in point production for Amare Stoudemire. 53 games prior to the All-Star break. Really, I mean, solid. 21 points. Nearly 27 since the All-Star break.
This is it. Steve Nash can work both sides of the lane.
Stoudemire, floater, got it. 15-point quarter. 8-16, and no one has been more impressive than Amare Stoudemire. Averages over 22 points a ball game run already with 15 here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, he just has had his way. Scoring in the paint, he has had but one jump shot. Otherwise, all of his points have come in the paint except for 4 free throws. Just operating around the basket, showing his jumping ability, his ability to finish around the basket. He's taken some bumps, but he's still able to finish there. And he has 15 points. Only, like I said, only 4 of those coming from the free throw line.
About 255. Second year out of Stanford, Ron. 15th overall player taken back in 08. And Hill threads the needle. Stoudemire hammers down to 17-point. Did not score in the second quarter.
That's those kind of
row. Make it 32. Well, when you shoot 29%, you're not going to get assists.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Back inside, Stoudemire rolls it up and in.
There's my question right there.
Wow.
My question was just answered, wasn't it?
Let me see if this works. No. Oh. And a new streak, will it begin or not? Yes, it does. The Suns tonight 15 of 18. The Jazz 17 of 19. And the second quarter. Jazz playing without Karolinko. Memo went to the locker room just before the half with a stomach virus. Boy, there's the hammer down, and CJ wrapped him around the waist and picks up the foul. That's 3 on CJ.
Yeah, CJ thought that he was holding him before he caught the basketball, but it was not the case. Amare gets his first 2 of the 4th. He's only scored in the 1st and 3rd quarter up until this point.
Oh, he's 9 of 10 from the floor. And the free throw.
Hasn't had a lot of time on the floor, but
Stoudemire lowers his shoulder, hook it up and in. Amare over the 30-point mark. And 30 points is just kind of in vogue for Amare Stoudemire since the All-Star break.
That's 5 fouls on C.J. Miles and 31 points there for Amare. And you know that it's not going to be a pick and roll. They gave the same signal, but they just posted up.
Stoudemire lowers his shoulder, tied up by Korver. How about Kyle had the jump? Come on. Instead, the foul. Amare gets 2 and a free throw.
And Boozer wanted to tie up there as well. You know,
Kyle picks up his 2nd personal. What a line tonight for Stoudemire.
Nico is fouled out. The Phoenix Suns at 49. So after tonight, that will change. Better ideas about how they
series, the tiebreak, right? But now you got to wait and see what happens on that final night. And that could, as you mentioned, Ron, play large. Is out. Richardson is out. Stoudemire is done for the night. Well, they pile it on the Jazz, and he scores 44. Season high for Amare Stoudemire.
What a ball game. 14 for 16, 7 rebounds, 44 points. Amare Stoudemire's career high is 50.
A tough go tonight. Phoenix gains ground on the Utah Jazz for that 4th spot in the West. Let's take you back to Salt Lake and find out what's coming up on Jazz Live. The postgame report presented by Siegfried and Jensen.